Evening, everybody. It's 8:30 on Sunday night, the 23rd, and I'm sorry that I'm late, but actually I was at the movies with one of my sons, saw the new movie Air about Michael Jordan and Nike, and definitely worth a watch. Um, since it was put out by the Amazon studios, I'm assuming that it'll end up on Prime sooner than later, uh, for you to be able to stream it instead of spending, $30 on two tickets. In any event, so that's why I'm late here, and here's what we're looking at. First look at Sunday night video number 1765. We have corn down a little, soybeans up a little, wheat up a little. So grains in general higher. Oil is lower. The number that I'm looking for here, to close that gap, I believe, is 75.72. But let's just make sure. We'll go to the daily and look at it. Yep, 75.72 was the top here before the OPEC Plus announcement that took it up. Now, we started to move back towards there when we broke through the bottom here on Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, tonight we're slightly lower. But the low here on Friday was 76.72. So there's really only about $1. I could definitely see it, testing this 74.50 or so, maybe even 74. Um, but my long term view is higher. Even though I'm not happy about this crossover, we had a crossover in the MACD on Friday, but today we actually are going to get a crossover to the downside of the 5 day. Let me move this out a little so you can get some perspective. Um, the last crossover over here was, the move much higher. I'm going to take a couple of seconds and just show you why I'm concerned. I'm concerned because if you look at this solely on the technicals, having nothing to do with what the fundamentals look like, what you really have here is the blow off top in March of 22 at 130. Then you have a lower high, and then you have a series of one, two, three. These are the same. Four, possibly five lower highs and lower lows. This is not unlike the chart of the bonds, where we had basically the same kind of a situation. And even though the fundamentals were saying that we were going to go higher, in point of fact, we had basically the same kind of a situation here. Let's push this out just a shade. Go to 3 years. Because on this one, well, it looks like we'll have to go to 4 years, because I think it was March of 20. Yeah. Okay, so we have the blow off high at 191 and change, almost 192, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and possibly 8 lower highs and lower lows. So, when you're looking at these things on a strictly technical basis, the oil doesn't look great. Of course, on the weekly, it is a little bit stronger. You can see where the real support is underneath the market. Clearly the $70 area, which is just below the 50% fib retracement, should hold. We may even just get a little bit into this after closing that gap, depending upon what the market looks like. Okay, let's go to the precious metals. By the way, I really still like the copper. It is up a little tonight, but gold is up $3, silver is up 6.7 cents, basically unchanged in the copper, platinum, and palladium, which both ran way ahead on the upside last week, just giving up a little bit of it here. None of the softs are open, although I will say that the coffee was well over $2 and had a reversal on for the week with a high of $2 and change, and this is pretty much the low. Sugar, possibly a little bit reversal there. Tonight's futures down 10 in the S&P, 35 in the Nasdaq, 81 in the Dow, and 620, 630 in the Russell. The dollar is slightly lower, Bitcoin and Ethereum slightly higher, and the bonds dead on unchanged. All right, everyone, I'll be back first thing in the morning. Hope everyone had a good weekend.